All right, here we go. Accountability, part 19. I say this because, we the world is talking about accountability a lot, and I've done many blog posts, videos, and stuff like that about accountability. And there's so much we can learn about examining the agreements we make and the ones we don't keep and why and all of that. I think that the self-reflection that can happen, and that what we can learn from that by looking at holding ourselves accountable and accounting for our choices is really, really important. I've got a little bit different angle for you today. And in companies or on teams or whatever that may be, where there's groups and in leadership, the thing that I want to describe for you here is how to hold other people accountable. How to, what are the steps and what are the ways that we can put together a model that makes it super clear how we want to enforce or how we want to confront people through a process. So I think the first step to do, and this can be for ourselves and it can be for others as well, or for a team. But the very first thing that you want to do is, what is the point? Why are you making this deal? Why are you setting a standard? Why are you making an agreement? What is the point? What's the desired result? What's the intended outcome? So specify the goal and the outcome, and of what you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it. So after you've done that, after you've gotten clear with yourself about what is the intended impact and the desired result and why, then you want to communicate it. You want to clearly set up an agreement or a standard and expectations, and you want to get buy-in. You want to get clearly, have them understand yourself. If it's a deal with you, it's like, all right, I get this. I know what I'm doing here. This is super clear. And so the other thing that you want to do is, if you're setting a standard and you're articulating an expectation, I think the next step 3, would be to demonstrate. You want to exemplify what it is that you're trying to do with your team on a whatever regular basis that needs to happen, so that you're leading, you are pacing. And, we could go into leadership styles in another video or post. But one thing that's for sure is that, I think it's important to demonstrate and deliver the things that you expect of others on your team, or subordinates, or what have you. So the another thing here is that you want to continue to come back in and encourage people to be excited about and owning that standard. So, I expect a lot of myself. I demand a lot of myself, and I don't really let myself off the hook. And I do that so that I deliver a specific quality in my life, or in the things that I surround myself with, my work, and so forth. And what I want to do, and what I am this next place here, is to have everyone expect that of themselves, and to demand that of themselves, and to demand that of other people in their lives, so that everyone is buying in, more fully buying into and owning that standard, that they appreciate that delivering high results is a way of life for them. So that's step 4. Step 5, or whatever, would be to continue to measure, to do assessments and surveys and reviews and things like that, to make sure that you're measuring and monitoring the expectations and the standards and the progress, so that you're delivering what it is that everyone has agreed to deliver. So and on a team, what's really important, I probably don't do this enough, is that step 6 would be to reward people for meeting and or exceeding the standard. When they follow through and they do what's expected of them, to show them appreciation, grateful, thank you, and do some type of celebration or reward. And I am known for not doing that enough. I probably don't reward myself enough either. I don't appreciate or, give myself a pat on the back. And what's really important is, so step 7 is to enforce, is to confront and to correct things that are not happening and the standard isn't being met. Because what I will tend to do, and using myself as an example, you probably do this too, is you're all about correcting and you're all about confronting and you're all about holding people accountable, but are you appreciating them enough as well? Because then for those of us, me included, who are plenty cool to get negative attention, well, I'm lazy and I won't really hold the standard, and then I get confronted and then I get some attention. So reward people, I have a dog, and, in teaching him is to reward the thing he does well and to almost completely ignore the thing that he's not doing and just continue to reward, when he does what I want him to do. So the point being is that, the last resort is to correct and confront those who are missing the standard and those who are not measuring up or meeting expectations. So that's this kind of step again to, setting standards, setting goals, holding standards, creating measure, and then holding people accountable then as this last thing to say, cool, we need to talk about this. Either then go back through, get them to buy in, maybe articulate more clearly what the intended result is, establish the standards and expectations so that you continue to work your way up and down these things in order to create the intended impact. Get what you want, get the desired result. So my question for you here, the deeper opportunity, is of these different steps, where are you not clear? Where for you, either with yourself or as the leader of a team, or even maybe you're on a team and it's not clear to you, where is it not clear, and is it falling apart? Is the goal clear? Is the outcome clear to you? Are the expectations clear? Are the standards clear? And are you leading by example? Are you demonstrating the standards? And have you bought into them? And have you shared enough about what your agenda is so that people are on board with what it is you're trying to create and they're buying in? Is that going on? Are you coming back around, and are you measuring and monitoring the progress? Or are you kind of set some expectations and then you just disappear, and then you come back and you're not really supporting enough to make sure that it's like things are progressing along in the way that you want them to? And this other one here, this next one is, are you rewarding people? Are you celebrating and reward and patting people on the back when they deserve it, when they've met the standard, or the people who exceed those standards and expectations? So maybe you don't hold people accountable enough. Maybe you don't reward enough. Maybe you're not doing either of these things. Because that's also is, you set a goal, you communicate standards, you demonstrate them, you're encouraging everybody, and it's not happening, but then you're not holding people accountable. You're not confronting. Plenty of us have issues with confrontation, and we avoid and we bargain and we, just pray that things are going to change, and they don't. So somewhere in there, where is it that you have an opportunity to move the needle, to apply something in there and change something? Thanks for your time. Have a great day.